When lockdown kicked in the first week or two and suddenly nations around the world were locking people down and people were, going home to be with their families and whatever else, Alistair Overeem flew to America. He left Holland, he left his family to go back to America because he knew to continue his career, to continue fighting, the best place to be was on US soil. He was like, no, these are the sacrifices I'm making. I want to be there where it's all about.
For me, the fight got postponed initially from April 11th to May 16th, so that's an extra 5 weeks. I took a little time off, flew back to Holland to check on my family, my mother, my kids. And then I flew back into Denver, which was indeed strange, right? Empty airports, empty airplanes, Corona at its height. It was a good camp. It was a longer camp, longer than usual, right? Usually it's like 5, 6 weeks, 7 weeks. Now it was like 5 weeks and then another 5 weeks. But we pushed through and we kept the focus high. The diet was on point all the time. And I don't know, man, I love training. I love the team in Denver. So in my case, it was fine. It was not all that bad. A lot of props to Dana White. A lot of props to his fighting mentality. He's going for it, right? We're just going to continue, and that's exactly, in my opinion, the attitude you should have, because life continues. You can't just stay inside and do nothing, be afraid. I know we're fighters. We wanna do our thing. And yes, if there's a real health threat, I understand. You're gonna be a little bit more careful, and I think that's exactly what Dana did, right? No audience, and there's like 6 feet distance, and less people. But you do have to continue. You have to be creative, you have to be clever, and you have to continue. Juli toch? Nee, september. 19 september. Maar ik wil eigenlijk op dezelfde kaart hebben. Dubai, op Abu Dhabi.
Ja, wie moet je?
2DS.
Ik hoop dat je tegen Danny Plus staat.
Oh, big combination from Harris. Massive down. Overeem trying to survive.
Harris
just cracked him. Overeem trying to stay into this. Raining down some big shots. Overeem's in big trouble.
Shit.
Oh, he dinged him again.
The biggest trouble.
It's over.
It was a nice combination that he threw, right? That caught me by surprise. But we were still in the fight. I mean, the fight was by far over. We were still in it, and we were still fighting. We were still minimizing damage, because of course I'm on the bottom. You're not in a good position, so you need to get out of there.
Oh, he's getting
Reem's
up!
still alive.
Oh, get up, Reem! Get up, Reem!
The main event was a mix of emotions, right? Because how do you not feel for Walt Harris, and felt like everyone was pulling for him, even though Overeem's one of the legends of this game, and people really respect him, and he's about to turn 40, and it's always great. Always feels like a big deal when Overeem fights, but because of what Walt and his family had been through, I think everyone had a soft spot in their heart, and it looked like a storybook finish in the first round.
We want Walt Harris to win. You really want Walt to win. Let's be real.
Oh my God, he's dropping bombs.
I tell you what, people talk about Overeem's chin. It just stood up to a lot of damage.
I stayed calm. I kept fighting, and I kept searching for a way to turn the fight around. And once I got on top, I felt that Walt was getting fatigued, and I started pushing on my game.
It's not over.
Overeem's going for a heel hook.
Look at that. Overeem's one of my favorite fighters.
Oh, this is
Damn,
incredible.
he's still in the mix.
Scramble.
He's still in the mix.
Wow.
He's surviving.
My mindset was, after the Rozenstruik fight, we won that fight, but if you're gonna leave things up to the judges, then it can still kind of bite you in the ass. So my goal was, I need to finish this guy.
Oh, Walt's in trouble. Overeem's on top of him.
Oh no.
He's not going to stop, though.
Oh my goodness.
Did you see that?
You got.
Oh, that was
Oh my
crazy.
goodness.
I like Walt, right? The thing that he's been through is very a big tragedy, and I don't know, man. You don't wish that to anybody that to happen, right? So the fight is the fight. It's a sport. But besides that, I just appreciate him as a human being, and you give him a hug. We're just gonna make each other better fighters.
Alistair Overeem is a legend in this sport. He's a vet. He's been in all the big fights before. This was Walt's real big first fight. He'll learn from this and he'll be back.
We train for everything, right? If you have to think, you get slow, and then you get finished. And then the ref is there, and then what happened? Yeah, what happened? So it's all about reacting. And again, the team did a great job, Team Elevation. Denver, Colorado, and to get me to that level, to sharpness. And yeah, I really appreciate them. Really appreciate the work that we're doing there. It's paying off.
He needed this win. It was a big win. Now he needs to get one of these top 5 guys. He needs a fight in the top 5.
Derek Lewis or JDS. Listen, I'll be open to fight him. Derek Lewis, hot balls.
Derek Lewis, not a bad one.
Derek Lewis, not a bad one. All those guys in the top 10.
Yeah, feel good, feel happy to be back with my girls, happy to be back in Holland. You know, it's my birthday, I'm 40. And of course, the big one is the victory.